This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Silverado All-CIF defensive lineman Takil Obana leads the list of 8 Hawks named to the 2018 All-Desert Sky League first team. Takil Obana, 57, repeats as the Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year. Takil Obana, 42 tackles for a loss his senior year. Following the Hawks' victory over Adelanto, Takil Obana explains his team's defensive dominance.
At home, we just watch film, and their plays are really predictable, so it's really easy to stop.
First-year Hawk running back Nick Reed-Casey is Offensive Player of the Year, one of 4 Silverado players named First Team All-DSL on offense. Nick Reed-Casey, who was First Team All-Mojave River League his junior year at Serrano, carried for just under 1,100 yards and scored 19 touchdowns as a Hawk his senior season.
This was all God. This meant a lot to me as this is my senior year, this is my last year, I got to do everything. I'm just having fun. It's a playground, I'm just have fun.
Center Nathan Still, 64, is a 6'3", 280-pound senior. Nathan Still and Dylan Young, 87, named first team from Coach Rafael Genorio's offensive line. Two-way starter Devin Gandy, 1, is first team All-DSL on both offense and defense. The 5'11", 150-pound junior wide receiver and defensive back caught 12 touchdown passes and led Silverado with an incredible 1,638 all-purpose yards. Defensive lineman Kaysen Brooks, 90, joins Devin Gandy as Hawks, who will return next year as Silverado seeks to win a 4th consecutive Desert Sky League championship. Kaysen Brooks, 6 foot 225, the Hawks' 2018 sacks leader. 21 of Kaysen Brooks' 31 solo tackles were for a loss. Tino Mao, 8, is first team All-Desert Sky League at linebacker for a 2nd straight season. Tino Mao led Silverado in tackles for a 2nd year in a row. Strong safety Aaron Bullock, 2, is a 3rd Hawks defender who is a repeat selection named first team All-DSL. Silverado kicker junior Roman Oliveras, a 3rd 2018 All-DSL first team selection who returns in 2019. Roman Oliveras is a 4th Hawk who is a repeat selection, first team All-DSL. Adelanto running back Marshawn Buchanan leads the list of 5 Saints players named first team All-DSL. Marshawn Buchanan, a junior, leads all High Desert ball carriers with over 2,000 rushing yards, 2,068 and counting, as Adelanto enters the state playoffs after winning the CIF Division 13 championship. Saints quarterback Angel Ochoa and Hosea Stokes, also juniors, also first team All-DSL on offense. Hosea Stokes at wide receiver. Angel Ochoa has 33 touchdown passes entering the state playoffs. Hosea Stokes, Ochoa's leading receiver, has 12 touchdown receptions, plus 8 rushing touchdowns, 2 kick returns for touchdowns, and 1 more scoring effort on a scoop-and-score fumble recovery. Hosea Stokes is also Adelanto's leading tackler on the season. Hosea Stokes, first team All-DSL on both offense and defense. Fabian Allen, 50, is Adelanto's other first team selection on defense. Fabian Allen, 6'2", 230-pound senior. Granite Hills coach Alex Gonzalez is voted DSL Coach of the Year by his fellow coaches. Alex Gonzalez led the Cougars to the best season in school history, a 7-3 record. 6 Cougars are named first team All-Desert Sky League, leading ground gainer Tayshawn Brown, The 5'8", 180-pound powerhouse running back rushed for 1,617 yards and scored 21 touchdowns, 18 of them rushing. Wide receiver Zach Milliken, 84, his first-team All-DSL and a repeat selection. The 6'2", 190-pound junior caught 9 scoring passes. Wide receiver Alex Gonzalez is a first-team selection. The sure-handed senior caught 22 passes, 6 for touchdowns. Linebacker Gabe Tellez is first-team All-DSL on defense. 39 of the 5'10", 180-pound seniors' 51 tackles were of the solo variety. Junior linebacker Angelo Guy, 2, and junior cornerback Marquise Maps, 1. Also Cougars named first-team All-DSL. Victor Valley Jackrabbits rugged linebacker / fullback Nahasi Moala is first team on offense and defense. The 195-pound senior running behind all-league lineman Damian Diaz, 54, and Greg Trammell, 74, also seniors. Linebacker Ulysses Munoz, 8, and 235-pound lineman Isaac Yagapo joined Nahasi Moala as first-team defensive selections. Barstow places 4 players first-team All-DSL, senior running back Jaquari Hobbs, offensive lineman Daniel Gonzalez, a junior, defensive lineman Draylon Johnson, and junior Monta Rab in the utility role. The Mojave River League champion Oak Hills Bulldogs place an even dozen players first-team All-MRL, 6 on offense, 6 on defense. Offensive tackle Jason Rodriguez, a 3-peat selection, provided the year's best Videosportz post-game interview in the immediate aftermath of Oak Hill's title-clinching victory over Apple Valley.
Chemistry. All we had was chemistry. Our D-line tore shit up. Excuse my language. Our O-line had perfect chemistry. We all got our feet right. Our defense held them all in. Our O-line kept the ball on the field, and we scored every time. That's how we do it. Oak Hills.
The 6'7", 330-pound Jason Rodriguez is a Southern Cal Trojans commit. He and the 6'3", 305-pound Nofoafia Tulafono, 77, and 6'3", 304-pound Chris Torres, 76, paved the way for the Bulldogs' twin terrors, running backs Martinique Finn, 32, and Isaiah Gray, 28. Both running backs are first-team All-MRL selections. The 5'10", 180-pound Martinique Finn is a repeat selection. He rushed for 1,436 yards and scored 16 touchdowns, plus 4 two-point conversions for an even 100 points. Martinique Finn accumulated 1,537 all-purpose yards in the process. Isaiah Gray scored 14 touchdowns, rushing for 1,123 yards his senior season. He lists at 5'9", 185. Also, first team on offense from Oak Hills, wide receiver Mikey Delgado. The versatile Mikey Delgado was first-team All-MRL his sophomore season, but spent a big portion of 2017 and again the past season recuperating from knee injuries. He finished his senior year the leading receiver for the Bulldogs with 4 touchdown receptions. Apple Valley leads first-team offensive selections with 7 players, led by Mojave River League Offensive Player of the Year, Jeff Widener. 19 of the Sun Devil quarterbacks' touchdown passes in 2018 came against Mojave River League opponents. Apple Valley quarterback Jeff Widener closes out his sensational prep career with 5 touchdown passes in the Sun Devils' quarterfinals loss to Glendora. 3 of those scoring strikes to wide receiver Xander Witt. This touchdown, the final scoring collaboration between the most prolific passer-receiver combination in the history of High Desert High School football. Jeff Widener throws 53 scoring passes his senior season, 20 of them caught by the 5'11", 180-pound Xander Witt, who leads the state in TD passes and receiving yardage. Among the more notable Jeff Widener to Xander Witt touchdowns, this 84-yard scoring play set the school record for longest touchdown pass. It's against Silverado in the 2018 season opener. The first of Jeff Widener's 5 scoring passes in his final game, the 32-yard play to sophomore Tyron Smith. It evens the score at 7 against Glendora. Apple Valley takes a 14-13 lead in the CIF quarterfinals game when Jeff Widener hits Brandon Pedroza from the 3. Jeff Widener's record-shattering career concludes with an incredible 88 touchdown passes, his 53rd this season, added to his 35 his junior year. Career passing yardage, 5,781 yards. The 6'2½", 200-pound Jeff Widener personifies clutch, performing at a higher level the greater the pressure. So many of his biggest plays coming on 4th and long situations and against Apple Valley's most formidable opponents. He transformed Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's offense the past 2 years into a high school version of the greatest show on turf. While he rewrote the record books for passing stats, he is equally dangerous as a ball carrier. Jeff Widener has yet to decide which college or university he will attend. Northern Arizona was the first to offer him a full ride. He was visited this week by Sacramento State coaches, and he will make the official visit to UC Davis once those Mustangs finish their playoff run. It also remains to be seen if his accomplishments on the next level come as a quarterback, wildcat running back, or a defensive player. Jeff Widener was all Mojave River League first team as a sophomore at linebacker. Fellow Sun Devils senior and record setter Xander Witt is an obvious selection as first team All Mojave River League. Xander Witt's second year as first team All MRL. The 5'11", 180-pound wide receiver caught a school record 69 passes in 2018, 20 for touchdowns. Xander Witt also scored on a pass interception, and he added 1 kickoff return, 85 yards for a touchdown. Xander Witt's career stats, 30 touchdown receptions. He caught 10 Jeff Widener scoring passes his junior year, 1,600 receiving yards this season, plus 686 as a junior, 2,286 yards. Black Hills State University in South Dakota, Colorado School of Mines, New Mexico Highlands, and Trinity International University among the universities courting Xander Witt. Chad Smith is first team All-League at running back, another repeat selection. The 5'11", 185-pound senior averaged 10 yards per carry as a ball carrier and 20 yards per catch as a pass receiver. Chad Smith rivaled Xander Witt in touchdown receptions in the early going of 2018, 9 TD passes in the team's first 4 games before sidelined with a broken hand. Chad Smith then returned to take over ball-carrying chores after 2017 All-League running back Donovan Ferguson went down with a season-ending knee injury. Providing blocking up front and pass protection for the record-breaking Sun Devils marquee players, offensive lineman Gabe Soddy Jr., shown here on defense, another repeat selection at first-team All-MRL. At 6'1" and 250, Gabe Soddy, one of the 4 Sun Devil seniors who were first-team All-League from their junior year when Apple Valley won the first MRL championship in school history. 3 Apple Valley underclassmen received first-team All-League honors. Sun Devils sophomore wide receiver Tyron Smith, 37 receptions, 9 for touchdowns. Tyron Smith, 6 foot, 170 pounds, 5 of his scoring passes against Mojave River League opponents +1 in the CIF quarterfinals contest against Diamond Ranch. Versatile junior Jeremy Justice II receives all-league honors, named first team as a utility player, and rightly so. Jeremy Justice was a two-way starter, hauling in 19 passes at wide receiver, 4 for touchdowns, +1 two-point conversion. On defense, the 6'3", 185-pound free safety recorded 97 tackles. The only Sun Devil named first team All-MRL on both offense and defense is Ryan Webster, 17. The 6'3", 240-pound junior, the All-MRL tight end, 3 touchdown receptions on the year. On defense, 51 tackles, 8 for a loss, 6 of his stops, solo tackles. The entire 2018 All-Mojave River League first team defensive selections forthcoming on a separate Videosportz report. Sultana places 6 players first team All-MRL, 3 on offense, 1 a repeat selection, that is lineman Jeru Pele, 56, the 5'9", 320-pound senior. Jose Ramirez, the 5'5" scat back, led the Sultans in rushing with 773 yards, averaging 8 yards per carry. He caught 20 passes out of the backfield his senior year and was also the leading Sultans kickoff and punt return specialist. Jose Ramirez amassed just under 1,000 all-purpose yards total offense. The Sultans averaged over 200 yards a game rushing. The ball carrier here is All-Mojave River League wide receiver Sal Hernandez. The 5'10", 175-pound Sal Hernandez scored 2 rushing touchdowns and led Sultana receivers with 25 receptions and 2 more touchdowns as a pass receiver. Serrano, the third-place team in the 2018 MRL standings, places 4 players first team All-MRL, 1 Diamondback on offense, Michael Thacker, 56, junior two-way starter, shown here on defense. Michael Thacker is 6'2", 210. First year, Coach Casey Goodnow's Hesperia Scorpions are represented by 1 first-team All-MRL selection on offense, two-way starter Samari Jones-Griffin, 23, the sack here. Samari Griffin, 5'10", 175-pound running back on offense. He is a junior.
Down Home Grill online sports report. Action highlights brought to you by Down Home Grill. Burgers from organic grass-fed beef. Breakfast from organic eggs. Great food, homemade, GMO, and many gluten-free. Down Home Grill is open daily 6 in the morning till 10 at night. Located at the corner of Nutritious and Delicious, Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive in Victorville.
Apple Valley Sun Devils senior Jesse Griggs, 42, is the Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year. The 6', 205-pound linebacker led the Sun Devils in tackles with 111, 28 of them solo tackles, 16 of his stops tackles for a loss. The selection of Jesse Griggs as MRL Defensive Player of the Year marks another milestone for Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's program, in that 2018 is the first time in school history that the Sun Devils have had both the league's top defensive and offensive most valuable players. Jesse Griggs entered his senior season following in the hard-hitting footsteps of 2017 MRL Defensive Player of the Year Seth Baker, who was also CIF Defensive Player of the Year. Tough shoes to fill?
No, sir. I just felt comfortable. I know who I am. I know my game. The last linebackers, they were great, but that's not me. I have a completely different game. So I just wanted to come in, be myself, and bring the pain.
Jesse Griggs registered a season-high 17 tackles against Mojave River League opponent Sultana. The Mojave River League champions Oak Hills has 6 first-team All-League selections on defense. Bulldogs linebacker Frankie Macias, 20, was the tackles leader for Coach Robert Kistner's Bulldogs with 76 tackles. Frankie Macias picks off the pass here and runs it in for a touchdown in the Bulldogs' rout of Burrows, one of 2 interceptions of Burrows' passes this game. He has 3 interceptions on the season. The 5'10", 160-pound senior blocks the punt here that is recovered by fellow first-team defender Jamal Jones, 9. The 6', 175-pound cornerback Jamal Jones had 2 interceptions on the year and 17 solo tackles among his 22 total tackles. Jamal Jones, a Bulldogs senior. Free safety Rodney Harris, 21, his first team All-Mojave River League, 22 solo tackles on the year among the 6'1", 190-pound seniors, 40 tackles. Rodney Harris, 2 interceptions on the year. Linebacker Doron Mitchell, 8, second highest total tackles on the team for the MRL champions. Doron Mitchell, first team All-MRL. The 64 tackles by the 6'1", 235-pound senior include 23 solo tackles and 5 for a loss. Oak Hill's sacks leader, defensive end Ben Coffer, a first-team selection. The 6'1", 235-pound senior recorded 6 sacks, including this one virtually sealing the Bulldogs' victory that returned the MRL crown to Oak Hills. Defensive tackle Nofoafia Tulafono, 77, holds 2 distinctions, the only Bulldog named first team All-MRL on defense and offense, and one of only 2 Oak Hills underclassmen receiving first team All-League honors. Nofoafia Tulafono listed at 6'3", 305 pounds his junior year. Only 2 players altogether are first team All-MRL on both defense and offense. The other, another underclassman, Apple Valley defensive end Ryan Webster, 17. 8 tackles for a loss, 6 solo, 4 of them quarterback sacks, among the 51 total tackles for the 6'3", 240-pound junior. Ryan Webster, also first team All-MRL at tight end on offense. Sam Jang, 11, Sun Devils senior linebacker, is first team All-MRL. The 6'1" senior was in on 97 tackles, second highest total for the Mojave River League runners-up, 13 solo tackles, 9 for a loss for Sam Jang. Fellow Sun Devils senior cornerback David Blocker Jr., 5, completes the list of 4 Apple Valley players named first team on defense. 23 solo tackles among his 62 total stops. David Blocker, also an outstanding pass receiver, shown on offense here. He also had 2 pass interceptions. The Hesperia Scorpions place 1 player first team on defense, all Mojave River League, and that player is the only repeat selection, the only player first team on defense a second straight season. Darius Glover, the 6'6", 226-pound defensive end, recorded 5 quarterback sacks his senior year for first-year head coach Casey Goodnow's Black and Gold. Serrano's second-year coach Casey Mahalchek sees 1 senior and 2 juniors make first team on defense. The underclassman, 5'11", 185-pound lineman Eddie Ponce, 57, 17 solo stops among his 35 total tackles. Fellow junior linebacker Cade Desjane, 53, 6'3", 215, 86 total tackles include 54 solo tackles and 9 for a loss. The Serrano senior is defensive back Jesus Chavez, 16, first team punter, averaging 35.4 yards per punt. The All-MRL place kicker is Sultana sophomore Cody Hill. Kickers and punters are listed on the defensive All-League team. Also, first team on defense for the Sultans, senior linebacker Javier Hernandez, 28, 91 tackles, 22 solo. Javier Hernandez, 5'9", 145. Defensive back Juan Perez, 27, 5'11", 150-pound senior, 38 solo tackles among his 69 total stops. Only Videosportz provides action highlights of all Mojave River League first team selections, and that is only made possible by the Online Sports Report's sponsorship of Down Home Grill, Midway Home Solutions, I-15 Auctions, world-class auctioneers, the Community Table Restaurant in Victorville's Holiday Inn, and Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Agape League champions Hesperia Christian dominates 2018 All-Agape League football selections, 6 players, led by Offensive Player of the Year Jeremiah Ferdu and Defensive Player of the Year Hunter Dobbins. Jeremiah Ferdu, the dynamite comes in a small package running back, scored 50 touchdowns and 34 two-point conversions his senior year. 334 total points, 38 of the 5'7", 145-pound speedster's touchdowns rushing. Jeremiah Ferdu carried for 1,635 yards. Jeremiah Ferdu rushed for over 100 yards in 8 of the Patriots' 12 games, including a 114 yards performance against Bloomington Christian in the CIF Division II championship game. He averaged 12.5 yards per carry. First team All-Agape League honors on offense go to lineman Richard Elmendorf, 55. Like most teams' top players, a two-way starter, we get a better look at the 6'3", 205-pound junior. On defense here, Richard Elmendorf recovers the fumble on this play in the CIF 8-man Division II title game. The third Patriots standout first team all-leaguer on offense, senior running back David Huff, 24. David Huff, as in tough, is 6'2", 190. As an offensive player, David Huff's effectiveness as a blocking back just as vital to the Patriots' offensive success as his ball-carrying and pass-catching abilities. David Huff is another two-way starter that we get a closer look at his linebacker position on defense. Agape League Defensive Player of the Year linebacker Hunter Dobbins, 32, Patriots leading tackler on the year with 11 tackles a game. And another two-way starter we'll showcase more with offensive highlights from his quarterback position. The 6'2", 190-pound senior signal caller, the Patriots' leader on the field on both sides of the ball, directing his team to the Agape League Championship and into the CIF Championship Final. His 26 touchdown passes include this 58-yard collaboration with Braden Hampton in the CIF Championship game. Hunter Dobbins, Braden Hampton, and David Huff were all 3 first-team All-Agape League on defense in 2017. Nick Williams, 43, is another repeat selection, the 6'5", 215-pound offensive and defensive lineman, right behind Hunter Dobbins and Braden Hampton in total tackles on the Patriots in 2018. Braden Hampton, 4, the third Patriot, a repeat selection, first-team All-Agape League. Braden Hampton, a 6', 165-pound linebacker. On offense, Braden Hampton came into the title game averaging 11 yards a carry. The remainder of the 2018 All-Agape League team, Lucerne Valley quarterback Isaiah Hernandez, Academy of Careers and Exploration senior running back Cody Farron, and junior running back Lawrence Jointer. Sage Oaks, Josiah Neos. Ace defensive back Daniel Blaylock, and sophomore linebacker Sion Fotu. Lucerne Valley defensive back Michael Selbino. Matthias Neos from Sage Oak. Patriots first-year coach Bernie Lara is Agape League Coach of the Year.
This online sports report presented by Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. The world-class auctioneers at I-15 Auctions. Bid fast, bid last. I-15 Auctions. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. And Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs.
This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.